There we go. We are back. Hey, Bori. Good to see ya. How are ya? So let's come with some man first. Nightman's music. And this tile set. Ooh, that sucks. That sucks. YOLO. That sucks horribly. Let's see. There we go. Got it. I see how this works now. Oh, right. That kills you. Right. Here we go. There we go. Green nickel, green star, and noble nickel. Hey, Song. Good to see ya. How are ya? This is Komuso, man. Glad to hear it. Well, kinda tired. Well, overall, just a bit tired. I'm also being down on myself like usual, but... There we go. Oh, that was an accident. That was a mistake. Oh, that was a mistake too. Whoops. No, I tried to cheese it and I ended up only cheesing myself. I tried to cheese it again and I only cheesed myself once more. Mistakes were definitely made. There we go. So this is a garbage area if you don't use Time Stopper or Sakugarne, because it's really easy to fall through the platforms. First time I did this, I did it without Flash Stopper and without Sakugarne, and I managed to somehow beat it after many attempts of falling through the platforms. Welcome, Apple. How are you? There we go. Oh my, whoa, Shinderu. The utility weapons do trivialize things a bit, but that's kind of how Mega Man is supposed to be. Mega Man is supposed to be use weapons to your advantage. Some people do Mega Buster only runs. I don't do Mega Buster only runs, rarely. It's very rare. It was an easy fight. It was actually an easy fight just in general, but I wanted to spice things up a bit and use utility weapons rather than just Mega Buster. 6 out of 5 aesthetics though. Oh my god, this level's amazing! It picks like 4 enemies and a single gimmick and makes a really great and creative level around them. The difficulty curve is excellent and makes sense, and the usage of the Tomahawk platforms is really great. The Noble Nickel rooms are hard but fair, and I really like the final stretch with the bajillion platforms. It's a really neat usage of them. Also, this is going to be like the one level I fangirl over, the aesthetics, because seriously, this level looks amazing. It sets up a great atmosphere, and having the moon and the parallax clouds and mountains during the boss fight is such a great touch. Seriously though, this level is awesome. It plays great, it's designed really well, and it's overall just really nice. All of it without any major custom assets. The Mega Buster is mega for a reason, son. And yeah, he was already dead the moment he picked a fight with me. That was a fun level. I really liked the cave story background and recolored Pharaoh Man tile set you used. It gave the level a sort of mystic feel to it. The boss room looked especially good. The Noble Nickels were fairly easy to find, but incredibly hard to actually get. The last room with all the platforms was a bit extreme compared to the rest of the level. We really could have done without the laser shooting enemy. Because it's Mega Man's Buster. That's why it's Mega. And because it also charges up. I love this level. It's really scary, but ultimately not too bad to traverse, making the end of each room all the more rewarding. It also limits itself to a small toolkit which works with the theme and supports it. I find it kind of sad how most of this level's challenges, especially later on, can be pretty much trivialized with Sakugarne, but that's kind of missing out on the point. This stage, in my opinion, also works beautifully for Komuso Man himself. Don't know, to me he just kind of seems like the kind of guy to put traps everywhere in his house. I feel like the level could have done a tiny bit more in terms of small optional areas for pickups, or more with the platforming challenges, but regardless it feels super great to play and I like it a lot. For a level filled with plenty of deadly traps that can only be avoided with precise movement, it's surprisingly not as bad as you'd expect. It doesn't give the level a pass though, as you would still end up constantly dying to the mediocre level design, especially when trying to get the Noble Nickels. Despite that, the stage looks beautiful and inspired, the boss fight is quite decent, and I still found myself enjoying parts of this level. So Guerreri wasn't too fond of it. This is instant death done right, folks. I have to take a single gimmick and squeeze it for all it's worth. For a stage that's almost solely dev kit, there's some really good stuff here. Absolutely perfect checkpoint placement, nice and challenging Noble Nickels, surprisingly varied platforming challenges considering the gimmick, a few really clever, almost comical moments. The walker at the end there made me laugh due to its sheer bizarreness. Design-wise, I cannot fault this stage very much. Your biggest hurdle is theming. Not enough was done to make this stage fit Komuso Man. The tile set, look up, say, a tile set for a dojo? The enemy set and music did nothing to help, as they're all just very generic and not really thematic. This feeling of being generic applies to the stage also, as you could have put any Robot Master at the end. Still, you see the scores, this is a minor issue. If this is how you pull off instant death, I'd love to see future stuff by you. Oh, fell. Look, it's favorite. It's Ace Spark's favorite. Very nice. I like it. I like the banner. I like this level a lot myself, but it can be difficult. Oh, cool. The panda didn't stand a chance against me. crossed my eye. No pandas here, that's right. Die, monster, you don't belong in this world. Now here comes the stage's best part. I actually died here once. I think it was to the flying enemies. No! No! I'm gonna die again! Shoot! Oh, man! I can't believe I died on the easy part. There we go. Oh, I have completely forgotten how to do this fight. There. That was a lot of mechs. No, it's still the Mega Blaster, I believe. Dr. Wily still has not noticed me. Unbeknownst to him, I, the almighty Dennis, have amassed an arsenal of terrifying power. The enemies of my master shall quake in fear at the sight of my numerous transformations, each one more powerful than the last. I am immortal, I am infinite, I am eternal. Wily will notice me. Please notice me, Wily. Dennis just wanted to be noticed by his senpai. Wow, that thing glitched out of existence. He just wanted to be noticed. That was an accident. Bye! Mother effer. Enjoy, you guys. No, I should have kept another key. Oh well. Oh, Wind Devil. Daredevil. Whoops. That was a massive accident. Oh, this is the launch rocket. I wonder if this does anything. Nope. Welcome back, Apple. That's a very creative boss, I agree. It'd be nice if I would stop getting distracted and getting hit, though. And also mistiming my jumps. I wonder if you guys hate this. 2 launch men. It is like a golem. It's like, it's basically the Yellow Devil, but wind. There we go. I just enjoy using the utility weapons. That's the favorite part of MaGMML games for me, is using utility weapons. Give my love to a shooting star, but she moves so fast that I can't keep up. I'm chasing. I'm in love with a shooting star, but she moves so fast. When she falls, then I'll be waiting. I don't remember how to sing that song. Oops. I think probably my biggest issue with this level is that it's too overwhelming for the first-time players. There's a lot of enemies around, especially very bulky ones like power slams. I also don't really like the usage of shield attackers. They just feel like they are randomly placed and really don't pose that much of a challenge and just seem like they're there to waste your time. And the boss is well fun and really well done. We're definitely very overwhelming, and it took a death for each to really figure them out. All that aside though, this level was really neat with its tech, and there was clearly a ton of love poured into this. The missiles, while not being the most original thing ever, are pretty neat and do help to spice up the gameplay. And once you do master the boss fights, they're a ton of fun, except for the Air Devil, which I found to be a bit dull, but that's basically every devil boss ever anyways. The crazy morphing mech guy got a big laugh out of me, and the launch sequence was super neat. Honestly, this level really just shines in how creative it is. It does a heck ton of neat things. The design isn't particularly strong though, so I can't really say it's perfect. I still personally really like it though. That was insane! I can tell that a lot of love and care was put into this level, especially the launch part. However, that boss is just too much, especially after an already long Air Devil mini-boss. It's a very hectic fight, and it's hard to dodge both bosses' attacks at once, especially since the bigger robot master, I think it's Shuttle Man, hits like a truck. There seems to be a pattern that it's very difficult to learn without dying several times, because the battle moves so quickly. With the first mini-boss, the Daredevil, and Launchman Shuttleman, I think he tried to do a bit too much in one level. I personally really like it. Really fun stage. I love the little details like Launch and Shuttleman flying in the background as you make your way through the sky, and I think the takeoff sequence is super cool and memorable. The level as a whole is occasionally pretty spammy with its enemies, but a lot of fun to play regardless. The mid-boss barrier is unfortunately already unlocked as you enter the room, but like the other bosses in the stage, he's a fun one to fight. Lunch and Shuffle themselves are pretty hectic, but after a cycle it's pretty easy to remember their pattern. I like how they team up like that. If the difficulty was less abrupt and more slopey, I'm sure this stage would feel even better to play, but it's already a lot of fun. This is a great level. The level design is very solid, but does contain a somewhat high concentration of enemies at places. Despite that, it's a very fun stage, and I thought that the ideas behind it were really interesting. However, I did not like the last boss fight, considering how easy it is to die while fighting them. But there are also a few bugs, but it's no big deal. It's an absolutely fantastic level, but I feel that there's quite a few issues that this level could have done without. There are like 2 things wrong with this level. The screens can get overcrowded every so often, your combination of enemies toward the end of the stage is fairly questionable, and I think not enough of an effort was put to get the enemy set theme together. Recoloring enemies to match each other, and perhaps replacing a few would have helped get the stage linking together better. The former is actually an issue, but the latter is a serious nitpick. Because, let's face it, this stage is great. The gimmicks are simple but effective, they complement the level layout, and whilst you don't really do anything that clever with them, you do go beyond the minimum and hit a nice middle ground. If I felt this was a problem though, you make up for it with your boss battles. Are you a Treasure fan by any chance? Because your boss fights take what is an above average stage and, to excuse the pun, rocket it out of the arena. All 4 of them were great. I'm counting Dennis Hart. Very creative and just a whole lot of fun. They hit the perfect balance of challenge, neat attacks, and flair. Your Robot Masters, I fell in love. Not only would I want to see this stage in an official Capcom title, I think this actually beats most Capcom titles. I'm a pretty big fan of it too. Cyberman. One of my least favorite levels. This level isn't bad by any means, I just don't prefer it. First time I played this, I had a bit of a difficult time figuring out what to do. Oh, cool. Starting off strong. Fortunately for me, Sakugarne goes right over these. Oh, right. This does. What on earth is this? Oh. Wait. Oh, it's T-Cluster, I see. That's a really odd thing for, that. And we're immediately here. Ah, you're weak to your own weapon. That's good to know. That's actually a pretty fun boss fight using his own weapon against him. So there's only one energy element, but there's a bunch of noble nickels and some green stars. So there are two ways to beat the level. The first is the short way, the second is the long way. I appreciate it having a short way to beat it, personally. Man, this level is seriously awesome. It looks really good, and honestly, the tech with the matrix blocks and the maze stuff blew my mind. It's an incredible, well-built level, for the most part, and it's truly a spectacle to behold. I really love the custom enemies, especially the minor mets. They're adorbs. Though honestly, I think some weird design choices bring it down for me. Noble Nickels in particular. The way to access the first and third ones is clever, but I don't like how you basically have to replay the first part of the level right after getting the first one, and the way to get the second one was pretty obtuse. Thankfully, the room with the nickel in it was actually very clever, so it at least evened out. I guess. Also, I don't really think I'm a fan of the boss. Kinda just felt like a rehash of the mini-boss. Honestly, I think I like the mini-boss more than the boss, because at least with the mini-boss it's just a survival, while the boss plays more like your typical Wily capsule fight, which I've never really been a fan of. I think the good outweighs the bad here though, and it's still a great level in my opinion. Also, I found that the psychedelic death pit and it killed my eyes. Wow, this level clearly had a lot of effort put into it. The graphics were amazing, besides a few spikes that looked like blocks, and others that blended with the background too much. I've never really been a huge fan of gimmicks that send you backwards, but this level did it surprisingly well. However, one time I touched the very edge of one of those cyber blocks that send you backwards and nothing happened. The boss was a fun and engaging battle that posed a nice challenge, but his attacks were a bit repetitive and hard to dodge. Overall though, great job. This stage is a bit overambitious, haha. I really like all the creative ideas that went into this level, but they're just introduced at a rapid-fire rate, making it hard to keep up with them. What bothers me the most is the wraparound. It's a super cool mechanic, and the level uses it well for some mind-bending scenarios, but it's introduced properly after it's already been used, and the way it was used makes it not obvious to the player when the wrap is active. I spent a lot of time searching for how to access the first noble nickel, jumping to every cyber reset block in the hopes of finding one that takes me to a bonus area, but it ended up being a random wraparound area that had me redo the first section completely. My favorite part about this level is definitely the boss. The sound effects are amazing, and I love how the mini-boss introduces the player to all of the boss's attacks. The conveyors turning on is also a neat addition to the challenge. Amazing! This is a stage that does everything almost perfectly. I'd say the only thing I didn't like are how much you end up backtracking and the occasional bugs. However, the concept is very interesting and has been executed so well, not to mention the outstanding visuals and how interesting the methods of getting the noble nickels are. Ultimately, aside from small issues, this level is extremely well built and it definitely deserves praise. I think one of the gimmicks was kind of underutilized on the math path, the screen wrap, and it would have been nice to see the mini-boss show up again in a different configuration, as it certainly felt like it warranted a repeat. It also felt over too soon, just as it was getting really interesting. That does say everything though. I was stunned. Not only did this feel like a Mega stage, this felt like an all-time classic one. Everything was really original, and when it wasn't being original, you had serious flair to back it up. Nice graphics, good music, really cool special effects, and I love the Battle Network reference. The fact you took what is basically an instant death layout and super Meat Boy'd it was very nicely done, and a really clever way of handling it. The noble nickels were also very clever and sneaky, but not frustrating, although they require a little too much backtracking for their own good. But this sort of weapon usage for the optional stuff was pretty well handled. The Robot Master was fun, if a little easy. Maybe he should have dealt a little more damage. I never felt in danger during the fight. I did unfortunately have the Robot Master hilariously glitch out on me quite badly, which caused a soft lock. Awkward. Still, this was such a cool stage, I loved it. Well done. I'll be right back. What is it? I'm back. Hey, Poor, are you there? Boomo, 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 mo, mo, boomo, 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 boomo. Hi. Okay, Pori, do you want me to do Game Dev Tycoon after this? See if I can beat it and stuff? The Stove Guy, Beneath Sand and Rock. I'm not a big fan of this one either. I'm iffy on this one. It has a lot of cool ideas, and I like the stage layout and stuff. I just remember having some difficulty with this. There's also a nice Easter egg here. I don't remember where it is. There's a nice Easter egg. Oh. Yeah. Alright, Quarry. Thank you. There's also a nice Easter egg under the sands here, but I don't remember which under the sand it is. Here, maybe? Nope, it's just death. Cool. The last thing you should do in a stage where you have a Easter egg under the sands is put death pits under all the sand blocks. Oh, I hate that. Oh well, at least I got the checkpoint. Yep, it's from Fear Factory, you're right. You're 100% right. Oh, that was close! Oh no! Kill me! And I'm all out of keys. Oh, I hate it. I wish you kept the keys. Oh, that's right. That's right. Whoops. Impatience leads to destruction. There we go. That made me sweat. Who thought that was a good idea? How are you supposed to get that? Oh, I see. There we go. Sometimes you just gotta take some damage. Donkey Kong Country was a good game. Is it here? Cool! Nope, it's still death. God, I hate how those things just fly into your face. I know the secret area is around here somewhere, I'm pretty sure. If I find it, that'd be cool. I'm pretty sure I ran into a spike, not fell. Nope, it's just death. There's a secret around here somewhere, I'm pretty sure. I just don't remember where. It's definitely not there. There's a secret under one of these sands. I don't remember where it is, though. It's definitely not there. God! Kill me! Maybe over here? I'm not a big fan of a lot of the enemy placement in this level. Like that, for instance. Here? Nope. Not there. Here? Probably not. Nope, definitely not. Why would you put death pits everywhere and then a secret just in one single place? Why would you do that? Oh man, isn't Mega Pony so cute? Look how Mega Pony rides the rider. No, I made a mistake. I like this rider section the most. Out of this entire stage, my favorite part is this rider section here. Mega Pony's just hanging out. No biggie. Oh, crap. No! Made a mistake. At least we get to see more of this adorable sprite. No! I want an air conditioner. I just want it to be an ice box in my room. I feel you, Pori. I usually just open up my window during the winter and let it be cold. I have kept the AC on all summer. I do not let my parents ever turn it off. God! Ah, I'm dying! Literally dying. To be fair, my parents don't want it off anyway. So it's not like it's a huge deal. The AC only the household AC only decreases the temperature inside the house by 20 degrees. 20 degrees from how high it is outside. Yep, I am a warm-blooded person. I have nothing but heat in my body, which sucks when it comes to when it comes to summer and hot places. Man, I love how I want just an entire stage of Mega Pony riding a chaser or whatever. Wow, that was easy with the Haunt Bomb. That was much easier than doing with Mega Buster. See, that's what you get when you use utility weapons sometimes. I really love the whole design of the stage here. The placement of enemies is really good, and probably the only enemies I don't really like how they were used are the jet batons. Just solely because they just tend to surprise you. I hated the enemy placement in this level. The rest is really, really good, and the Scorpion generator is provided for a serious challenge. The jump big generator is really cute too. And oh my god, the up and downs, they're actually used well. I love how they're used. I don't. I also really like the design of the middle section too. The rooms with the Cossack spike blocks, use them really well, and I like how you can just collect what keys you want, and the extra can go towards a Noble Nickel. My favorite part of the level though is the wave bike section. It's just so perfect, just romping through the whole level backwards. And it's really clever how the whole level is built to still be threatening in this section. The boss is really fun too. It feels like a real Mega Man Fortress boss. The atmosphere of the level is really good too. The level is just overall just excellent. I love it, Art. The pumpkin looked like its weakness. It was definitely doing a lot of damage. Super rip. Also, I really enjoy this stage. Like, I enjoy how you go through it and then go through it again, but with the Wave Rider, Wave Bike. But I don't like the enemy placement in that level. It just It makes me have to be patient, and I don't like having to be patient. Which is weird, because I'm one of the most patient people some people know. When it comes to, like, alt-right people and whatnot, and other people. I really like the graphics here, and you used the keys really well. It gave a clear sense of where the player should go. But there were some issues. Aesthetically, it was a bit difficult to tell the spikes apart from the background, and the music doesn't loop properly. The wave bike section towards the end felt out of place, and it was hard to react to the enemies popping out of the sand. The up and downs were really annoying as well. I agree with you, Joopy. Oh man, I really like how you move back through the level at the end, though it makes little sense since why did Mega Man not just go left to begin with? Really cool level with a well-executed underground desert theme. I like the little key challenges that let the player advance through the stage. The enemy placement is mostly fine, though I think the level could have done without up and downs, surprising the player while he's moving up and down. The structure near the end. The boss fight is also a lot of fun and a great conclusion to this level. I'm impressed by the effort put into this level. It is extremely well done. The level design is very solid, the atmosphere of this stage is fantastic. My only real complaints are the wave bike section, which is tedious and frustrating, and some parts of the level where enemies are frustrating to deal with. However, the positive aspects of this stage make up for the problems it has, and that is something I appreciate. By the way, my ring and my new earrings came in today. I now have FF8 Reaver earrings. The opening made me smile, and then I entered the temple and I knew I was in for something good. I'm almost wondering if this stage was made by two people. The two halves of it feel very different. This both does and doesn't feel like a Mega Man stage. It's clearly set up in a fashion that's alien to Mega Man, but at the same time you get the feeling this could actually fit in a Capcom title. You manage to take dev kit assets and turn them on their head. The maze-like system in this level really makes you feel like you're exploring the depths of an ancient ruin, finding secrets within. I agree with that part. While you put it in instant death, I found it's not usually the cause of the player's demise. Of course, the coolest bit of the level has to be the ending. I'm not spoiling this, but it really made me go, okay, wow, that is awesome. Even though it doesn't really make sense, because you could have just gone left at the very start. Also, you threw in an original boss amongst the dev kit asset stage. That blindsided me. It's pretty unique and of the coolest looking bosses in the contest. He's as creative as the level, really solid use of dev kit assets all involved. There are issues with the stage, but they are very minor. I feel the enemies could do with modified graphics. They seem to clash with each other, but that is a serious nitpick, and obviously I'm not penalizing that from that minor thing. The boss itself has an attack that gave me pause. I feel he fires entirely too many missiles, and they're awkward to deal with. Other than that, this stage was brilliant. Stunning tile set too. No, Porty. I would be interested if one of the judges got Griever earrings. I don't know what it is, but I feel like I've seen this moon statue before. Weird. You have. Gravity Man. Groovity Man. Hey, Splint. I'm hiding up here because everyone is making fun of me for no reason. Oh! I'm so glad I checked over there. Free green star. Quarantine Woman. One of my favorites. This one's one of my favorites. And not just because I like the Biohazard logo. Crawling Sniper Joes. No! I did it, guys. On my first try, too. And you can't tell me any different. Wow, those meteors are a pain in the ass. No! Oh, cool. First try. Thank you, song. No! Oh, you have more hits than I thought you would. Yep, that was my fault. That was also 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 my fault. And so the horror begins! It's an outbreak! Oh, that was horrible. It was scary, huh? As it should be. It's not easy to do horror in a Mega Man game, but this does it well. No stop, just go, go, go. I like how they climb the ladders. Oh shoot! Okay, that got me. Go, go, go! Man, I never would have thought Mega Pony would be like a Karen, but I guess here we are. This is where we are in life. I love the idea of Mega Pony just not wearing a mask, he's a Karen or whatever. Quarantine is the effect, Mega Pony. You have to wear your mask. I think not. Oh crap! Save that one. Man, I love those platforms. The thing is, there is a manager at the end of this level. Technically. Insects! Buggos! Corey, it's Buggos! I'm killing Buggos. They got a Karen face. So this is horror. Have you noticed that it's horror? I've come to speak to the manager. The manager of all these quarantine Joes. It was super cool. It's one of the main reasons why I love this level. I just love the design layout and the enemy placement of this level a lot, and I just enjoy everything about this level. Especially the design and the aesthetic. It felt like it focused on cinematics more than actually making a level. F you. The first half is completely unassuming, it doesn't do much. I'm kidding. But I'm pretty sure that was intentional. The transition to the second half definitely scared the heck out of me. And this is where I begin to have issues with the level. I appreciate the effort that went into the AI of the hazmat suit guys. They like go and attack other enemies before attacking you, but they are really badly introduced pretty badly. Your first encounters with them are in extremely cramped areas and they can very quickly gang up on you and kill you. And then later on in the level they just spawn in completely non-threatening places. The end with the mutants is neat, but it also really feels like enemy spam, because the bugs just seem to be randomly pasted everywhere. Also, the bugs are kind of nightmare-inducing and made me very uncomfortable. The whole hand thing is really creepy and scared the hell out of me, but poses no threat at all. There's some acid drops that just seem to be placed randomly and will never hit you. Sensing a pattern here. Style over substance. Not a fan of the boss either, because she does a hell of a lot of damage with everything, so it becomes more of a trial and error learning thing than an actual engaging boss. The Noble Nickels are really weird too. The second one is incredibly frustrating to get since hazmat guys are on your track all the time forever, and I don't think it's possible to escape the pit the third one is in without dying. I appreciate and respect the huge amount of effort put into the level, but I don't think it turns out to be a fun experience. I got hit by the acid drops, but I'm also bad at the game. I don't know what I was expecting from a robot master called Quarantine Woman, but it wasn't that. That was fantastic, and it really seemed like it was made by a professional Mega Man fan game developer. The random music switch, the hazmat enemies that come from ropes, the mosquitoes, the giant hand mini boss, everything about that was just awesome. My issues with this level were few and far between. First, you forgot to place a ladder collision tile near the beginning of the level. Second, a jump big was right next to a screen transition, giving me almost no time to react. Lastly, Quarantine Woman's attacks do a lot of damage considering how fast they are. The biggest issue is the Noble Nickels. Some of them are ridiculously hard to get. Still, this level is great. Awesome job. Yeah, this level was made after COVID. Yeah, it was definitely made before COVID. This was made in like 2018 or 2019, I think. Probably 2018. I absolutely love the way this level tells its story and how it transitions every time it throws in a new element. The atmosphere and pacing in this level are amazing, and I had a lot of fun playing through it. I feel like this level would have been better off without any Noble Nickels, though, as there were usually low points in my enjoyment and fairly tricky to get. I still don't know how to get to the second nickel reliably. After 15 minutes, I managed to do a Sakugarne hop on the scientist below, but that feels too precise to be the solution. Aside from that, the level frequently suffers from unfair enemy placement, forcing the player to take hits. One example for this is the first time you see the bugs, one that flies directly where the player will go next. Oh, by the way, great detail the security guards shoot at the bugs and not just focus down the player. It really helps in making them feel believable. My favorite section of this level was when the huge mutated hand surprises the player in the boss corridor. Overall, fantastic atmosphere, but the gameplay sometimes gets influenced by it, to the point where taking a hit is often a better option compared to using a skill in order to get through the level. Definitely my favorite aesthetic and story execution in the contest, though. I've got to say, this level is absolutely amazing. Pretty much everything in it is perfect or close to being perfect. The ideas behind it and the bosses are awesome. The graphics and music are great, and the level design is very solid. I'd say that there are a few times where there is excessive enemies respawning, or Noble Nickels are hard or confusing to get. Regardless, this level is certainly very enjoyable and extremely well built. I agree with you, Guerreri. I can't say I was expecting anyone to make a stage that would fit in with the Aliens franchise, but there it is. This is another stage I am so thankful there is a Robot Master for. This level takes what is basically an enemy-only stage and makes it work. The custom assets in this stage are incredible, and I can't remember playing a Mega Man stage that gives an enemy a set honest to goodness AI. The Hazmat Joes are brilliant. The flair and details in this stage make up for the fact that sprite work can get a little wonky, but there is so much attention to detail, though I can't help but award a full aesthetic score. The final stretch is a little crowded, but it isn't too bad, and some of the nickels were kind of hard to figure out. The second one, having a constant stream of enemies, was a little much. As for your Robot Master, it's a really cool fight, and gives me the same feeling as playing a shoot-'em-up with the precision required. My biggest issue with the stage is her, though. Don't get me wrong, she's great, unique and pretty difficult, but she's a bit too difficult for her own good. The main cause of this is, with one exception, an almost complete lack of tells during the fight to let you know what shot pattern she's going to use, which leads the player to be unprepared. It took me a while to beat her, and even when I sort of got used to how she worked, the lack of tells means it's very hard to know what exact actions you need to pull off to dodge her next barrage, especially considering the sheer precision required. Overall, this stage was brilliant though, and is one of the more unique experiences I've had playing in a Mega Man game. I love that stage. You know, one really has to respect the budget that went into this festival. The organizers created a sewer, a forest, a subway train, an arcade, a VR room, a restaurant, a tower, and a platform that goes all the way to outer space. Just think about how much that would cost. You're not wrong. Hey, Glassman. 81 entries, huh? Doesn't matter to me who won. You're all winners in my eyes, Heart. Neapolitan Man. This one's a good one, too. I like this one a lot, too. It's very hard, though, sometimes. Ice cream! I prefer to think it's non-dairy ice cream. Ooh, that does short work of you. That's good to know. Corey, it's not like that! Although that would be hot. There we go. There we go. Ah, that's how you use that weapon, huh? That was pretty cool. I wasn't aware you could use the weapon like that. Oh, that was an accident. Haha! Get wrecked! Now it's a buck of sticky brown stuff. Oh no, Corey. Corey. Thank you, Corey. I appreciate the, yeah. You know what I'm trying to say. Aha, get wrecked. No! I got wrecked! Fine, Corey. You're not wrong. You're actually very, very right. And ice cream is technically sticky when it melts. So it's not like you're not wrong. gonna lie, I like using the Chompman's vine. Now we're getting sticky red stuff being dropped on us. Here we go. Oh, that scared the crap out of me. That went well. Go! Oh, that was close. I did it! There's sticky red stuff again. No, I'm dying! Go! No! Oh, man. Oh, cool. Now I have to go through all this again. I like these ice cream sandwiches a lot. No! I didn't see that. Oh, I should have seen that. I 100% should have seen that coming. I win. I win! I'm the winner! And now it's time for Neapolitan Man. I saw that coming. I'm deleting his code! Like Tron in Kingdom Hearts 2. There. Cyber Pony wins. Absolutely fantastic level. It's a bit on the long side, but it spends a lot of time developing its gimmicks in really awesome ways, and I think it turns out amazing. The ice cream gimmicks are incredibly creative, and I really like how you made your new gimmicks interact with default engine assets. I love the ice cream cannon enemies. They're kind of amazing, one of the best cannon type enemies I've ever seen. The design is really clever, and each gimmick is used really nicely. There's a lot of setups to me that stand out to me as just being extremely well designed. Probably one of my favorite parts in the level is the fight with the mixer mini-boss over the waffle cone platforms. You'd think getting hit wouldn't really matter, but then you remember that in this engine there's very slight upwards knockback when you get hit, and that makes the mini-boss incredibly threatening. It's really well designed and very fun. I also really like the Noble Nickels bonus rooms. They're all extensions of the gimmick used in really difficult ways, and I love them. And on top of all of this, there's also a ton of adorable details, like the ice cream buckets with multiple flavors and an incredibly fun... Crap. Is the fight with the mixer mini boss of the waffle cone platforms. You'd think getting hit wouldn't really... It's really well designed and very fun. I also really like the Noble Nickels Wow, I read a lot. Fair and learnable boss fight at the end to top it all off. Only part of the level that kind of confuses me is the strawberry block gimmick. I don't really think it was used all that well, and I feel like just straight up removing the blocks wouldn't change anything. I do. But they're not really a major part of the level. Besides that, this is just fantastic. Awesome job. This was a super creative stage with some really neat custom enemies. However, I think the execution could have been a bit better. Some sections were way too spammy, especially the room with the first Noble Nickel. Looking at you, Gutsman platform enemies. And the mini-boss was a bit ridiculous, especially when I was expected to fight him on unbreakable tiles. Also, for the first half of the Neapolitan Man fight, you could stand in the left corner, and most of his attacks would completely miss you. Really creative theme. I really like how the level is presented and its theme is executed. This level frequently adds new ice cream themed elements to keep the experience fresh, and mixed with the elements introduced beforehand. Neapolitan Man himself is fun to fight, and the second phase ramps up his challenge nicely, without making one fair or too difficult. The one thing I'm not a big fan of in this stage is some of the longer nickel segments. I feel like while they are a nice extra challenge, they are also sometimes padded out between the interesting bits to follow specific geometry, and generally distract from the main path for longer than they need to. The segment where I felt this the most was the segment behind the Hornet Chaser wall, which had a really fun and tricky twist on the mini-boss of the stage, but didn't need the other segments preceding it. Aside from that, the level was really cool, with a nice difficulty curve and progression, with the enemies being fairly placed and projectiles only getting spammy on one or two occasions near the end, if you're using Buster. Great work! What an impressive level! I really like the concept and the level looks very good. Even when we put that aside, the stage is mostly well designed and fun to play through. I think some sections did get irritating, mostly because of enemies that are a bit hard to deal with, but thankfully that's no big deal. Once again, very good level. I am so glad this stage came with a Robot Master. Its theming deserved a wacky robot. So let's get the good stuff down. The theming of this stage is top-notch. We have brilliant enemy designs, really original stuff behind everything going on, and some great ideas here, and excellent conveyance going on. Even the quite basic and concept ideas are well executed, like the red melting ice split gimmick. We do falter in the execution of one portion of the stage, and it sideswipes the level a bit. The waver blocks, and specifically they seem to do something contrary to what Mega Man usually does with its objects. They don't respond, or at the very least not enough is taken into account by the fact they don't respond. This can leave you almost hopelessly trapped if you aren't playing well, and can cause the player to off themselves as you are left with no option but to throw yourself into the batter. It hurts the fun factor. This is the biggest issue with the stage, and it's not a small one either. The Noble Nickels were challenging, and most of them felt good to get through. The big guy was very funny. The only exception is the mini-boss fight, which being combined with another gimmick makes it require a bit more planning to even survive than you'd expect for a mini-boss, and a bit more irritating. I'm not sure this second rematch with said mini-boss was exactly required either, since there isn't any huge difference to the rematch. The real star of the show is the boss. He is fantastic. Nicely difficult, varied, and he has some really nifty attacks. He completely justifies his double health bar with the variety of attacks and the phases to the battle. He is really fun to fight, and it's clear a lot of effort went to him. This was overall a very fun stage. It's just, I think the wafer thing has bothered me a fair bit. But the sum of its parts more than makes up for that problem. And that really is the only issue with the stage as I see it. I will be right back. We're almost done. With Tier 9 anyway. Tier 10? Tier 9? Tier 10? I don't remember. And I'm back. This place is so amazing. All these lights, statues, and the fact that it's in outer space. This will be the best news story of my life. Heh, you must be pretty flattered, huh, Megapony? I'm more flattered that you called me by Megapony. There's Otto. Here's number 3. Hot Man. That is an unusual place for a green star. This is where the haunt bomb is from. The haunt pumpkin. Okay, I remember this level now. This level's pretty cool. Well, I already remember the level, but I remember it more now. It has this really cool gimmick. Well, at least I got it. Yeah, but I figured I was already back, always back, all back at the start. I have 5,000 volts. I'm having a really hard time with this jump. Holy crap. Holy crap. Holy crap. Ow, no, I hate it. That was cool. There we go. It's hot, man. That's fine. There we go. Oh my god, I love this level! The gimmicks and assets used here are so cool! They're not necessarily the most original thing. Shadow gimmicks have been around for a long time, but they're used extremely well, and I really love how the gimmicks are combined with the engine assets. The setups with the shield attackers and ground devils are really good, and they're probably one of the few good usages of shield attackers I've ever seen. I also really love the final shadow section too, because it goes out of its way to try and disorient you by placing fake enemies on the real shadows, while the real enemies are above them. Difficulty curve is great, the challenges are designed really well. Overall, it's just a fantastic level. Boss fight is really neat, even if again the concept has been done before. I like Phase 3. This whole level is just really good, super great job. This is a very strong contender for my favorite level. Call it my second favorite level. It was super creative and fun, and felt like something straight out of a really, really good fan game. That VR gimmick was insane, and I would love to see an entire stage based off of it. Hauntman was especially cool with the boss haunting two different bodies and attacking you with them. The battle was fair and easy to learn. My only real issue were a few blocks that blended in too well with the background. Overall though, fantastic job. A really nice level that does so many things right that my complaints here will seem more like nitpicking than anything. But before I get to those, I just want to compliment it on its really creative gimmicks and super fun boss. As for the problems I had with the level, I felt like sometimes the enemies were placed in rather trivial locations, where they don't pose much of a threat at all, long after they've been introduced. And there is a log graphic in this level which I consistently considered part of the background. Same, which ended up causing me to take a hit almost every time I reached that section. Aside from that though, this is a really fun and well-made stage. I'm quite impressed. Level design is very solid, though it has a few rough edges at times. and still a very enjoyable level. I'd say the Halloween-themed stages often feel generic and uninteresting, but this one is an exception, as I like the custom enemies in the main gimmick. The boss is a bit too easy, though. Very solid stage. Your new gimmick is a wonderful idea, even if gameplay-wise it's simple. The flare is what makes a standard platforming an enemy segment and turns it into something original. Sometimes that is all that is required. Your primary gimmick is introduced very, very well, and the follow-up at the end of the stage is perfect, combining all the elements of the stage into an interesting challenge that plays with players' perspective, usually to draw their eye to the wrong place at the wrong time. I am also rather happy that it is very easy to tell what is and isn't a pit in this stage. The new enemies are great too. There is an issue with the introduction of the Super Mario Bros. 3 inspired Devil Boo floors. You can just skip it outright thanks to the platform above. The second outside area is pretty dull. The first such area is fine since it is introducing the player to the new enemy types. The second one, no such excuse, so it's just a bit of a random, tiny slog partway through the stage. It's not bad by any means, but it was a pretty dull segment to have in the middle of your stage. The Robot Master is very clever, and I love how he looks, and I think there's a bit too much RNG here. Night Form is able to corner the player very easily since his fireball attack requires a fair amount of room to actually dodge, but I appreciated how much damage he actually deals, making him feel like a threat. The Mage Form is a bit weird. The first time I fought him, I did not see his Lightning Blast attack, only his Ice Shards, making this fight a total cakewalk. Having it capped the amount of times he can pull off attacks in a row would have improved this boss fight immensely. The Ghost Form gave Gladius final boss flashbacks, the ones that don't fight back. I am not sure if this is a good thing or not. I would have liked to have seen the Lost Form actually do something, but it's no big deal. The other two forms were fine. This was absolutely a great stage overall. I think you got some great use out of your new assets here. Good stuff. So we're almost up to Wily stages. The stage nobody asked for. Pyro's favorite, Angel's favorite, and quite possibly my favorite as well. Spike Wall Man! Let's see if I can do this on my first try. Oh, no. Enemy spam the level. This is the only time Yoku blocks are good. Oh, I take back what I said. No! God! How do you lose on such an easy part so fast? Twice. No! No! This is the only time Yoku blocks are acceptable. So here comes the stage's main gimmick. The red is spikes, the blue is safe. Well, looks like I have to do this a second time no matter what. Well, I have to do a second time no matter what either way. But now I definitely have to do a second time. So this level is really good, and it's definitely one of my favorites. Holy crap. So normally you're supposed to jump down into the red section immediately and find out that way, the hard way, that the red is dangerous and the blue is safe. Because immediately when you're brought to here, you're immediately put on blue terrain. There we go. Got it. And white is nothing. Nope. Cool. So this stage is really confusing at first, oftentimes, for a lot of people. So, this is a thing. When you first come here, you're probably like, what? There's no way up here. Everything is red. You can't get up to here. Well, you can jump through the red, but you can't land on the red. Haha, I did it. Not taking any chances. So this is a really crazy and wacky stage, and I love it. Oh, that's right. The reason why this is a stage that nobody asked for is because it uses all the worst MaGMML gimmicks. Yoku blocks, spike traps, and force beams. Oh, crap! That was 100% my fault. No, I was too slow. So now it's this section. Let's see if I do this first try. Whoa, this makes me sweat. First time I did this, I was sweating so hard. Whoops. No! No! I forgot! I forgot you can get smashed by those! Fuck me! The most terrifying part about this is there's no way to skip it, as far as I'm aware. It's way too long for Rush Jet, for instance. And trying to get across it with the super arrows. Impossible. Cool. I did this on my first try the very first time I played this level. But this time it seems I'm not having it such luck. Or rather, such skill. I should have a spicy pizza tonight. Mega Pony didn't deserve this. Crap. No! Fucking Jesus Christ! No! Fuck me! No! God damn it! Oh, I pushed my luck too hard. I'm dead inside. I wish it wasn't so hot in my room. I have 3 fans on and I'm still hot. Cool. Cool. I did it! I was at the end so many times, and I died at the end so many times. my life now. L or E. So it's Spike Ballman. Oh, that was an accident. This is a really cool gimmick boss. Oh, that's right. This is a thing. Ow. I won! Last second, I won. So let's read this. You are the worst and I hate you. This is the worst stage ever made in the history of life and I absolutely love it. The stage goes out of its way to pick the absolute worst of the worst gimmicks that everyone hates in Mega Man games and does absolutely ridiculous and insane things with them. Like, honestly, this level speaks for itself. The absolute insanity that goes on this level, what with the enemy spam, Yoku blocks, quick lasers, giant stretches of footholders, suicidal super bosses, etc. just makes the level overflow with charm and be extremely fun to play due to the excellent design gone into each and every gimmick. And there's probably one of the best, most dynamic and clever bosses I've ever seen in a video game, period, to top it all off. I'm trying to find a flaw in this stage and I just can't. This stage literally has an up and down ambush and a forced death, and it's amazing because they're actually used cleverly to introduce gimmicks and basically troll the player. It's a hilarious and smart stage and I just really love it. The only extremely small issue I have is that it's a bit similar to Entity's Mega Man Endless stages, but I'm not going to judge it based on what other levels did. This was easily the most creative level in the entire contest. It was crazy. However, I honestly didn't really enjoy a lot of parts. The Yoku block puzzles were annoying and tedious, and the second one forced me through the wall a lot until I figured out what to do. It even killed me once. The part with the red, white, and blue tile sets was clever, but aesthetically is probably the most disorienting thing I've ever seen. In a good way for me. The foot holder segment was pretty clever, but it took me a few deaths to get used to it. The boss was crazy though. Normally I would complain about the boss having 3 health bars, but I can see why you put so many this time, because of the sheer amount of attacks it has. Overall, I think it's pretty clear that you put a ton of effort into this level, but I personally didn't enjoy a lot of it. This level plays with the player's expectations in such a beautiful, calculated, and unpredictable way that I can't help but love it. The only issue I've had with it is that it was sometimes hard to look at, but aside from that, this stage is excellent. Even when going back to it, I caught myself laughing at its surprises and smiling through my playthroughs, even when fucking up in a section or two. This is easily my favorite level from this contest just due to its sheer unpredictability and how little it takes itself seriously while still being really well designed. I really like this level. I admit that the very precise jumps in some areas, the tedious footholder section, and the confusing visuals at some places add up to the annoyances I had with this level. But otherwise it's very creative, fun to play through, and well designed. And all of these especially apply for the boss. Ultimately, it was an enjoyable experience. Yoku blocks, quickman lasers, footholders, big eyes, tellies, spikes, or instant death everywhere, and a couple of bosses that are basically memes. This level is amazing. I'll say right now the single reason why this stage is as good as it is. Checkpoints. You basically take a stage where Mega Man's health bars are almost entirely irrelevant and make the cost of dying barely a blip on the radar, a speed bump rather than a roadblock. Yes! The result is a seriously unique stage. Every challenge, be it dev kit acid or something cooked up, is new, deadly, but fair. It is also the only stage where I can go an unavoidable death in my Mega Man, and frankly that was the only way to introduce your stage's new gimmick. This moment is greeted by a huh, cool, instead of a what, why? The biggest drag on this stage is somewhat drawn out, vertical Yoku block segment. There are several gotcha moments when you reach the top which graded by the third time you encounter one, and frankly the rest of the stage makes up for it big time, and by the time you reach the footholders you will have forgotten this segment had even existed. Can we talk footholders? Outside of the signature Robot Master, thinking back, this is downright my favorite segment of the level. It's clever, it's dangerous, it makes sense. And you made them assholes. The final thing to note about this stage is the boss fights. Meme words they may be, they're pretty great, although I'm not sold on meme word the second having death spikes in the battle. But it also makes perfect sense given a few aspects of the fight, so I'll let you off. Your signature Robot Master is one of the most unique boss fights I have encountered in the Mega Man game. He justifies his multiple health bars with several phases, and is nearly always open to damage. Smart. Your other meme lord? He's good too, if a bit too healthy. The ends in the best way ever, though. So I'm gonna try it. I'll probably have difficulty with it, but I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna give it one shot to see if I can't do this. Cool. I beat it! I cheated! Whoa, that was close. Let's time that. I did it. I managed it. And here's the secret boss. A Dr. Cossack boss. Mega Pony? What are you doing here? You should just barge into where someone lives. That is it. I'm mad. Oh yeah, I can feel it. I'm fired up. This is it, Mega Pony. This is the time. Where I get your power. I appreciate this, because this boss is really hard. No! How could I lose? Damn! Next time, I won't go easy on you. Code Distorter is an amazing weapon. Wow, I love Code Distorter. All of these statues are giving me the creeps. There's Glassman. Shortcut to bottom. But I'm a bottom! Congratulations to the winner! You may have won the level design contest, but I think it goes without saying that I'd win the best Robot Master contest. Right? Shinryu, Identity Crisis. Juppie's favorite and Gariri's favorite. That's a little laggy. So, well, a lot of people love this level. I'm not the biggest fan of it. I mean, I don't hate it by any means, and I don't dislike it. I actually like it a lot. I just prefer the previous level over this one. You get to play as the various Robot Masters. Yeah, I was right. Yeah, it's pretty cool, isn't it? It does some pretty interesting things with the gimmicks, too. Which I have to hand it to, it does it well. I can't believe I remember that existed. I can't believe I've done this. Well, I missed that, Noble Nickel. Did so quite an error. That Noble Nickel is now behind me. Gem Man. I hate this enemy with this kind of weapon. And now we have Turbo Man. I think this is Turbo Man. Fairly sure. I like Wheel Cutter as a weapon a lot because it gives you mobility options. Like this. I love being able to climb walls like this. Wow, I glitched out of existence for a second there. That was close. No! Oh, that was close. Almost died at the last second. And here's Brightman. Brightman is good against those guys. And you can also instantly turn it off if you want, by trying to change weapons. No! I forgot! I didn't think that through. Well, they're back here. Of course I'm getting that green nickel. There we go. Somewhat easy. Now it's time to combine it all together. Hornet Man first. Oh, that was cool. Oh. I'm not the biggest fan of instant death spikes, usually. A Mega Pony again. Mega Pony me up, bro. I died there once because I got crushed by that. Oh, that was close. I forgot that was there. There we go. I don't remember how to do this. Oh, I remember. I'm dumb. That was really, dumb of me. Why would you make me gem man this? Why would you make me gem man this enemy? It's a complete waste of time. Kills the pacing. I definitely pressed jump there. Actually, my finger was holding down the jump button on accident. Training sequence complete. Thank you for testing our new transmogrifier weapon system. You may go to the right to exit the course or proceed to an extra challenge located on the left. This final challenge is completely optional, but should you succeed, your efforts will not go unrewarded. Wrong one. There we go. Just spam Heal Cutter and use energy tank. And then make it pony again. Yay! So we're all done with Tier 10. All that's left is the Wily stages and Tier X. Your bullets are in the thousands. All we have left to do is the Wily stages. Let's start it off. Oh, Mega Pony looks so cute! Progress in the Wily Star is automatically saved, and you can return to these levels at any time after completing them. Let's do the first Wily stage. Space adventure! Oh, that got loud all of a sudden. Warning, warning, warning. Get wrecked! Yeah! Why is Mega Pony so cool? No! Oh, crap. That was close. Da-da-da! Da-da-da-da! Looks kind of like a baseball. Or a helmet, I guess. Also, there's a cat face there. Alright, so next time we do this, we're going to continue the Wily Star 2.